Hey beauty, it's Ker-leen. Thank you for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a mini review of Dolce & Gabbana's newest fragrance. This is Blue Jasmine. So if you're interested in hearing my initial thoughts on this one, then please keep watching. Hey beauty, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this review, for those of you who just sort of stumbled across my channel, thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. On this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle in my monthly vlogs. So if any of those things pique your interest, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you here. And also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. So y'all, I picked up Blue Jasmine by Dolce & Gabbana. The reason why I picked up this fragrance is because of one note. This fragrance has a fig note, which intrigued me, so I had to check this out. So as far as this line goes, I currently own Dolce Gabbana. I don't own any of the other flankers. Dolce Blue Jasmine is the 9th flanker of the original Dolce Eau de Parfum, which saw the day of light 10 years ago. This fragrance has top notes of blue fig, jasmine sambac, and cedarwood. The description for the fragrance reads, "The undeniably lively fragrance is depicted through intense wafts of the famed Sicilian blue fig, which is known for its utterly milky and sweet nuances, followed by the charm of the lauded white flower, jasmine, that lends the blend a dainty yet voluptuous feminine dimension. As the blend deepens, it unfurls the enveloping, soft and warm aroma of cedarwood for a delicate yet rich scent trail." Dolce Blue Jasmine is housed in the signature flacon of the Dolce line, same as its peers, lacquered in a feminine pastel blue hue, topped with a blooming rose-like cap, and a black bow adorns the neck of the bottle. Dolce & Gabbana offers this new fragrance in 2 sizes, a 50 ml as well as a 75 ml. The fig note is what drew me to this fragrance. Now, I've already sprayed this fragrance, but I'm going to spray it again just to show you all what the atomizer looks like and to refresh my memory of the scent. I also sprayed this on my hand a couple of hours ago, so I'm going to sniff my hand in just a moment to see what this is giving at this point in time. So let's spray this on the box. Immediately when I spray this, I get a very soft, slightly green floral scent. It smells very fresh, very dewy, kind of like you're walking outdoors and you're walking along a path of flowers and you're kind of catching wafts of the flowers. That's what I feel like I'm smelling. This immediately gives off spring vibes. It's slightly green, slightly sweet. There's a touch of woodiness coming through right now. As I mentioned, this has cedarwood in it as well as jasmine. So I definitely get the cedarwood and the jasmine. The fig is now starting to come through. Yeah, so different to how the notes are listed, I first detect a little bit of the greenness and the white florals at the top of this. Then I start to pick up on a little bit of woods, and then I start picking up on the fig. So the fig is just now coming through to my nose, and it's a really beautiful fig. It's a ripe fig, but it's not an overripe fig. It's also not a green fig whatsoever. It's just a beautiful, creamy fig that has a sweet nuance to it. So there's sweetness here. There's a beautiful white floral component, and that's pretty much it for this fragrance. So let's sniff my hand from earlier. Okay, so the dry down of this is super duper creamy. You get all the creamy aspects of the fig on the dry down. I'm going to spray this again on this arm, my right arm, just so that I can refresh my memory of how this develops on the skin. So let's spray it again, just 2 sprays. Now, when I spray this out, the projection and the sillage are very light to moderate. So this is going to be a more close wearing fragrance because right away, like I have to put my nose to my hand to smell it. It doesn't come up to meet me. And so right when I first sprayed this, it's very moderate, and I can tell that in a few hours it will be more of a nice little intimate scent bubble. And so this is not like your beast mode, heavily projecting, heavy sillage type of scent. Yeah. So like I said, to my nose, I get the floral in here first. So that jasmine is very pronounced to my nose, and that's what my nose picks up first. Then I start getting the fig. The fig starts to come through right after that jasmine. So on my skin, I pick up that fig note a lot more quickly than I did on the cardboard. So on the cardboard, it took a little bit before I started picking up on the fig, but on the skin, I pick up the jasmine, and then immediately after, the fig starts coming through. Oh, so to my nose, this is a white floral fragrance that has a creamy aspect. So it's like a fruity, creamy white floral with a woody nuance and a slight green facet. That's how I would describe this fragrance. It's nothing groundbreaking, nothing new, but I do quite enjoy the fig note. Now the fig note in here is not an overly literal fig note, so it doesn't smell like a natural fig, like a fig you just picked off of a tree. There's still a synthetic quality to it, but if you're not eating figs every day and you're not extremely familiar with the fig scent, I don't think you'll mind in this particular fragrance. So although the fig is not the most natural smelling fig, I don't think it's overly synthetic. It just smells like an imaginary fig note over a natural fig, if that makes any sense. Also, this scent does share the DNA of the flanker that I own, which is Dolce Garden. So I'm assuming that the DNA for all of the flankers is going to be present in the scent, because this one kind of puts me in the mind of Dolce Garden, except this one is a more floral, more white floral, more green, more woody, less tropical flanker. But I do still detect the DNA in here. It does smell like this fragrance is in the same exact family. I actually think this is the perfect springtime fragrance. It smells like fresh cut flowers that are wrapped in a veil of creamy fig. That's what I get from this. The woodiness in here, the cedar, just adds a bit of class to this fragrance. And the fig is not an overripe fig, so this is not like a super duper sweet fragrance. The sweetness is there, but it's really nicely balanced with the woodiness, the greenness. And I feel like the jasmine is the most prominent note in this fragrance. And then all the other notes just sort of balance each other out, work together to support the jasmine. That's what I'm getting from this fragrance. So overall, this is a very, very beautiful spring scent. It's nothing groundbreaking. I don't think it's going to be like a super duper long lasting scent, but what I'm going to do is spritz this on for bed tonight. And then somewhere in this video, I will indicate whether I think this is long lasting, how it projects, the sillage, and all that good stuff. But as of right now, this doesn't have huge sillage. I would say it's light to moderate. Also, the projection is light to moderate, and we'll see how long lasting this fragrance is. So for me, although I picked this one up for the springtime, I was super duper curious about the fig. I don't think I'll be keeping it because I wish there was a little bit more fig in here. To me, the jasmine is the most prominent note, and the fig is more of a supporting note along with the green aspects and the woody aspects. I really do wish this was more fig forward, but it is not, in my opinion. So for that reason, I am probably going to be returning this, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, I will say that this fragrance smells like something I would wear on a Mediterranean vacation. This transports me to the Mediterranean, and that could be because of the ad for this fragrance, but honestly, that's what I smell. It smells so fresh and green and sweet, floral and slightly woody, and that's what I think of when I think about vacationing. You can smell the flowers as you walk past. It's almost like your senses can appreciate the smells and the sights that you're seeing a little bit more as you're less distracted when you're on vacation. And the Mediterranean, with all of its beautiful landscape and the sea, like this would be perfect for a vacation. This fragrance actually reminds me of Dolce & Gabbana's light blue line a little bit. So I hope that helps you envision sort of what this smells like. I must say that the jasmine kind of marries together so well with the fig, and this smells so good. Like, this is a beautiful fragrance. It smells amazing. The jasmine is such a beautiful jasmine. It's just a perfectly balanced jasmine because it's not like overly animalic, it's not overly green, although there is some greenness there. The jasmine just smells so good with the fig. It's like a creamy white floral with a sweetness to it, and I really love the way that smells. This is a beautiful scent, y'all. The more I smell it, the more I'm like, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Yes, this is the kind of scent that is an easy reach type of scent for the springtime. It's one that you could wear in any setting. It will not be offensive. It will not bother anyone. But I feel like when people get close enough, they're not going to be able to get enough of you because this smells very inviting and very soft and very beautiful. At least that's what I'm getting right now. As I sniff my arm, the more I sniff, the more I find this fragrance to be extremely beautiful. But on my skin, this is pulling a lot more floral, a lot more green. I do detect the fig. The fig is there, sweetening it up, giving it that creamy essence. On the deep dry down on this hand, it smells very sweet, creamy, and woody. And so the floral aspects really take a back seat on the deep dry down, and you simply get like a creamy, slightly woody scent. So yeah, but that's on the deep dry down. On this arm though, I'm still getting like a creamy white floral that has a greenness to it. My skin is really picking up the greenness. Another thing is that this is very perfumey. So it has that perfumey quality that designer fragrances have. It smells very perfumey, it smells good, it smells feminine, it smells very pretty, very soft. This is like a pretty girl scent. This is a beautiful vacation scent. It puts me in the mind of the Mediterranean, vacationing. I would probably take this to go on vacation if I were keeping it and just wear it all throughout the day, every single day. This is not an evening fragrance. This is strictly daytime. And I would say that this is kind of like your catch-all fragrance. So it captures any and everything you could possibly want to do during the daytime. So whether you're on vacation or whether you're back home, if you're running errands, if you're going to brunch, if you're going shopping, if you're going to the doctor, if you're going to work, you can wear this in all of those instances because it's a very easy to wear type of scent. This is a crowd pleasing scent and also kind of like an easy grab, easy reach sort of scent. I don't find it to be overly powerful, so it's not going to overwhelm anyone, and it's a DNA that most people are going to enjoy. So those are my thoughts on Dolce & Gabbana's new Dolce Blue Jasmine. By now I will have probably included some text somewhere in the video letting you know how this performed on me and also whether I kept it or not. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Before I go, I want to remind you to keep smiling, keep letting your light shine. You showing up as the best version of your truest self is what the world needs. I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.